So the idea behind the Learning Circle that I get really passionate and excited about is that we're bringing people together that have different perspectives. When we're looking at an issue like how do we promote local sustainable food in schools, then we have this circle of people that are looking at it with their different lenses, with maybe their job perspective, their education perspective, and most importantly, their lived experience.
We've been operating the Farm to School programs here in Dufferin and Caledon since 2014. We got to see up close what the variety of experiences that students have with food and awareness that they have about food. Students in general had never really been walked through an experience with food, and particularly fresh produce.
Yeah, what I hope to contribute to the Learning Circle is the perspective of the farmer primarily, but I also have the perspective of the mother and the educator. When we bring fresh foods into schools, for some kids, walking up to the salad bar and seeing a vegetable that they've never seen before is a huge learning opportunity.
So I'm really excited about hearing the new voices that are coming to the Learning Circle and to see what emerges from all of us coming together and working collaboratively. It's an amazing opportunity for our region to go through this process and understand, where we're at and where we could go, the possibilities.
So the Headwaters Learning Circle has been on an incredible journey over the last 18 months. We've had the opportunity to meet about 5 times. A few of those were online, and then we had 2 in-person meetings, which we found really beneficial to help develop and further strengthen our connections with members of our community.
So we had teachers, we had student nutrition professionals, we had community groups that do farm to school programming, and we had just passionate community members who wanted to get their hands dirty, get in the kitchen, get in the gardens.
There were new people who came in and brought new ideas, and I think most important of all, it brought us all together in one space. And different people working on different projects, representing different organizations, schools, and everything. And I think the Learning Circle gave us again that space to explore ideas and to move things forward.
With this diverse group of community members, we created a beautiful vision that really touches upon the heart of this project, which is students and schools.
I think our vision really recognizes that the concept of school food is complex and multifaceted, and that there are a lot of jumping off points for learning as well as potential for impactful experiences.
During our second meeting as a Learning Circle, we landed on the overarching goal of strengthening relationships. And so our vision speaks to strengthening relationships, as does the project that we ended up creating out of the Learning Circle. And so we created this pilot project called Community Connectors. Community Connectors are people that live in our community that take on a family of schools, and then they meet with those schools, and their first job is to listen to the school. And then the Community Connector will help the school develop a farm-to-school plan.
It just made sense for me to be a community connector working in the schools because I'm involved with other projects in Caledon. And so the community connector idea is that we're developing animators, connectors, people who are going to go out and advocate for farm to school programs in the region. And we're going to work with the schools to help them achieve the success that we know they can do.
And it could be something simple, like a fun food day. Or it could be something more in depth, like helping a school plan a garden and to write a grant for a garden. We also have a program called You're the Chef, where we see one of our connectors going into a school for 6 weeks and teaching kids, basic cooking skills, knife skills, and they also sit down and enjoy a meal together. And that has been a beautiful experience to witness in our program.
Another outcome of the Learning Circle that I realize is 2 of the other members of the Learning Circle are other parents at the school where my kids go to, and through realizing that we had this common goal of food literacy for young children at a meeting in the fall, I believe that was the seed that started us in having the courage to resurrect the salad bar program at our school that had had a COVID pause, shall we say. And I'm not sure if any one of us individually would have had the wherewithal to take it on ourselves, but in sitting across the table with each other and realizing like, oh yeah, this is an interest of yours too, let's see, maybe we could do this together. You never really realize the impact a little thing will have. It's given us an opportunity to bring fresh, cut up vegetables and fruits into the school, which seems so simple. What it brings to the school is incredibly appreciated by the teachers, by the students, by the parents.
Post-pandemic, there's energy to do experiential learning, to do trips, to get out there and to get outside as well.
I really enjoyed being part of this process, and I love the concept of a circle and how we all meet as equals. And in a circle, you know, it all works together. The strength of a circle isn't dependent on one part, it's a whole. And so I really found that within our community, where we collaborated with different people, different organizations to make the whole of farm to school activities stronger in our community.
I'm excited about the prospect of moving this work forward, and I really hope that the participants of the Learning Circle will bookmark this material and allow it to influence their work going forward, so when they get back into their daily grind, they'll remember that we have this beautiful resource to draw on, and that it'll help them to develop stronger relationships through their own work with school food.
I feel hopeful for future collaborations and connections in this community and how it may continue to welcome more and more people to get involved. Yeah, there's a lot we can do. A lot has started, but there's a lot more that could be built in food advocacy and education in our community.
I have a lot of gratitude for our community connectors. I had 3 beautiful individuals that stepped up to try this pilot project and to get back into schools because they knew in their heart of hearts the importance of this work. And so we've got connectors here that are doing the work of farm to school, and we see these ripples that go out in the community, and one of them being the positive benefits of mental health when kids are connected, particularly to the earth, and also connected to their food and where it's coming from.